Hello to all my beautiful neighbors working on Brit's block. I am Brit. As you come in, please like the video. It helps me to get in the algorithm and seen by more people. So hey y'all, look. That little button out there that say like. Go on, hit that button, please. Get the likes up. I love y'all. Let's get these likes up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, that little button on the other side that say subscribe. Go on to your neighbors, family, and friends to come on over to Brit's block and find out what's going on. And make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, guess what? You're going to be informed. You're going to be informed. And if you want to be a blessing to my channel, you can at Cash App $ on Brit's block. Again, Cash App $ on Brit's blocks, or through super stickers, super thanks, super chats, and also being a member. So if you like to join my channel, come on over here and join. It's only $1.99. So y'all, these are our announcements. Please govern yourself accordingly. Hey, my little rays of sunshine, happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a great day. Had a wonderful weekend. Well, great morning. And that you are having we're gonna have a good day. I'm gonna say that. We're gonna have a great day on purpose. It's raining out here today. So if you hear it, I'm not sitting in the car, it's raining, so you hear some little raindrops. You know, a lot of times people, they have music playing in the background. You know, so my background today is gonna be raindrops. So stay woke. Stay woke on this. But y'all, I want to stop in for a minute. I was listening to Brown Skin Girl, and shout out to her story time, and go over there because she has some great story times. They're amazing and they funny. But this morning she was talking about a girl. Well, I said this was my other day, but I was listening to it this morning, and she was talking about a girl that was dating this guy, and you know they was having all these little issues, and she was saying how the girl was saying how she had the address to the guy, but she never did pull up to. Eventually she did. And it made me think, you know, I was like, in my mind, I was like, girl, I would have been there. I must put my Inspector Gadget hat on. I've been at that house a long time ago. And it made me think about my past and some things that I've done dating, you know, just to find out stuff. Because, you know, I would be an investigator. You ain't finna get over on me. You know, and then a lot of times we kind of overlook a lot of stuff. And so I was thinking, and as I was driving home, and the last relationship I was in, sometimes I would say that the things I had to go through with being sick, you know, that had something to do with it. Because I was so focused on this relationship and not on God. I was like I was having an ego, and that means edging God out of everything in my life, you know, because I was making that person more priority and missing things that I need to be at church. I was over the youth choir, just missing out on a lot of things. And I'm like, you know, God was trying to get my attention. But, you know, I realized too, but at the end of the day, that everything we go through is for His purpose, because God has ended our lives before He begun it. So God already know what our life is going to be like, what we're going to go through in this lifetime. But it's up to us, once we're here as mortal beings, on how we're going to react to it. So it made me think about, you know, as we go through life, that we cannot grip our hands and choke the Hello Kitty out the past, but we have to live from it and don't stay back there. Because a lot of times, a lot of people are stuck in the past. They can't move forward. You know, you can't even get to your future because you can't even really get to your present. But the things of the past are just life lessons. And if we can just get that in our minds, that we had to go through that, we had to learn that lesson, so that when we get to our present, we won't repeat that same cycle. And when we get to our future, we ain't even worried about it no more, because that's definitely in the past. You know, one thing I think about as we're growing up, and, you know, when we grow up and our parents tell us, don't do this, don't do that, you know, they tell us that for a reason. But we go out here and do opposite of what they said do. And at the end of the day, it was a life lesson, because your mama told you don't do it. But we had to experience it for ourselves, because, you know, we didn't listen to what they were saying. But once we go through it, we realized my mama said don't do that. They said don't do that. Don't try that. Don't go there. But we did. But it's a life lesson, and we have to go through that. So we have to observe now what's in our present. When something come up, that same situation come up, you could be like, okay, I've been there before. But you're not gripping you're not worried about the past. You're not going back to the past, but you say, you know what? Okay, yeah, that's an eye opener. You get in a relationship now, and you don't been in a relationship, and that person, somebody doing the same thing. You don't take your past and put it on your present. Because everybody's not the same. Because Joe Blow did this to you back here, or Sue Bell did that to you, don't mean that person in your present is going to do that. But when you're in your present and you begin to see the things that happen, they become concerning to you. You got your eyes open. You could be like, okay, that's one thing. You know, that red flag store is pink now. And as it go on, it get a little darker. Now it's like, it's crimson, and now it's a deep red. Now that mug is flashing. It's time to go. So you be like, you know what? I done been through that down this road again. I'm not going back down it. So because we have a choice to whether we want to keep going through the same thing or not. Do you want to keep riding on that merry-go-round? Merry-go-round just go round and round and round. Ain't no changes, ain't no ups and downs. Just go round and round and round. There was that little song, that little nurse rhyme. We be coming around the mountain when she come. Hee-haw. But we have to learn that our past is a lesson. Our future is changes. Our present is changes. And our future is better. So we can't stay back there. It just made me think when I was listening to that video, I was like, dang, I was just thinking about some of the things I've done back in my days, just thinking about relationships and, seeing red flags and stuff, but I don't live back there. But you know what? You have to thank God for your past. But because it'll help you later on in life to see where you want to go and what you want out of life and what you expect. Because we should all have great expectations for life. We should all want better. We should all want something that's going to benefit us. Because while we're here, we want to live our best life. We want to live our great life. One thing I say all the time is great things are always happening for me. Great things are always happening for me. And you know what? If I lived in my past, I wouldn't know that great things would happen for me right now. But I want to know that right now, great things happening for me. So I take my past as a lesson. And sometimes I might have to go back there and look in chapter 1, because that's where all that happened, and read that chapter and say, okay, this happened. Okay, I don't want that to happen again. So, all right. Okay, I remember that. So when I come up to my future and it come back again, my remembrance will come back. That's why we have a memory a lot of times. We remember things, so we can go back and get the things that we need and come back and say, okay, now I know. And I remember. When you think about growing up and some things happen, you go back to your memory. I remember when I was a little girl and I did this, that, and the other. And they good memories, and you still have them in the present. But you know what? You're not living back there. So my prayer is for a lot of people who are still gripping their hands on the neck of the past, that you will let those things go. Let that hurt go. Let that relationship go. Because a lot of times we can't move forward in what we want to be because our thoughts are always on what happened. We always talking about it. It's always a conversation. Every time you turn around, you talking about, I got hurt. Oh, I did this and that. This tore me up. And my thing is, a lot of times we hold on to things that hurt us. But we got to move forward. We'll never forget them, but we got to let that go back there and say, you know what, I got to leave this back here because I got a better life. I got a life I want to live, and I want to live it in happy and harmony and peace. And because we can't move on to relationships, because every relationship we get into, if you say something wrong, oh, you just like such and such. And that's not true. We get on the job, the boss say something. My job was like that on my other job. They will always say, no, we can't. We have to let those things go. The Bible says, forgetting those in Philippians, forgetting those things that are behind us and pressing towards the mark which is before us. So we gotta forget those things behind us. We gonna always remember, but we can't live back there. And we gotta press forward to the goals. That's why we set goals in life. You say, okay, in 3 months I want to be here, and in 5 years I want to be here, in 10 years I want to be here. But you will never get there if you focusing on the past. Because every time you turn around, you remember the past. Every time you can't get no further because you feel like, okay, I want to go to school. I want to do this. I want to do this. But you so caught up on the past to where you can't succeed in life because you thinking, well, when I did that right there, I failed. I didn't do good. Okay, well, do better. Study more. It was a lesson. It's a life lesson for you to say, okay, well, put your head on. Don't go party and don't go do this. Keep your head on the swivel, look around, and you can do better. So y'all know today, I'm saying today is don't live in the past. Philippians, forgetting those things that are behind us and pressing towards the mark which is before us. Get to the goal that you have set. Because at the end of the day, while we live in this life and want to live our best life, at the end of it, our goal is to get to heaven. It should be. So while I'm here, I'm going to enjoy life, but I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to do what's pleasing to God. But we ain't got to be so heavily minded we ain't no earthly good. Yes, I talk about God, but I still laugh and have fun. But our goal, after we don't live this life and if we don't have fun and we don't live our past, our present, and our future, is to get to heaven. It's to reign with Him. So y'all, that's all I got. But I got one little story. I was just thinking, I was coming home from this and I was taking my daughter to school and I saw an ambulance and EMS and it was going so slow. And I find laughter in anything. So when I first came home from the nursing home and I had just got my feeding tube pulled and my trach pulled, and when I got my trach pulled, they came back. They will have this machine and it's for a trach collar. So when you have a trach, it's like an oxygen mask and you put it around your neck to breathe oxygen into your trach, to the hole in your neck. So I would have to wear a trach collar because I had double pneumonias and my lungs had a lot of damage. So they came and got that, but they said, okay, we're going to leave the concentrator, which is your oxygen. We're going to leave that here just in case you need it. So I think about maybe 2 weeks after I got my trach pulled, one Saturday, I was struggling to breathe. I was like, God, I can't breathe. And so that Sunday just got worse. And my daughter I told her, give me that oxygen, put that concentrate out because I need it. So they also left some cannulas. That's the thing to go in your nose. So I had that on, and this concentrate only goes up to 5. So I had that on, and and a friend of mine came by from church. They came by and brought us a meal, and I still couldn't breathe. So that Monday, my daughter just happened to be sick. I said, Lord, everything that the Lord's doing is marvelous in His eyes because He knew I needed her. So she didn't go to school that day, and she was just kind of, just watching me, and I was just sitting in this chair. I was afraid to lay down, so I finally said, look, call 911. So she called 911, and the fire truck always come first. They always here first. And the lady came in, and she was so nervous because my oxygen was resting at 83. Anything under 88 is not good. But but my thing is, I don't been through worse. My oxygen been way lower than that. And this lady was panicking at 83. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, ma'am, I'm breathing. You just calm down. Don't worry about me. You calm down. Y'all, so my daughter called my godmama, and my godmama called my papa. My papa don't live far. My papa was here. She called my goddaddy. My daddy was here. And I look at both of them men in here like we worried about Brett. So the lady from the fire department asked it. So the EMS finally got here, and they finally got me on the stretcher and got me on some oxygen, turned the oxygen up as high as can. So the fire department lady say, do you want me to drive the EMS? They said, yeah. Y'all, when I tell you, that woman had that EMS, she was so scared, on 2 wheels. I live probably It's a hospital. I ain't lying to y'all. It's a hospital like 3 minutes, 2 minutes away from my house, 2 or 3 minutes away from my house. Oh, there go Redbird. Redbird, that's my auntie and my grandma. So I'm back. So it's about 3 minutes away, but I don't like that hospital. So my other one's maybe like 10 to 15 minutes away. When I tell y'all, I probably got there in 5 minutes. Cause she had that thing on high. And them girls were trying to stick me. I was like, don't stick me. What you need to go ahead and do is sit down, cause y'all back here surfing. Don't stick me. I'm good. I'm absolutely fabulous. Cause when I tell you the way that lady was driving, oh, it was so funny. Cause when I see EMS these days just going on the road, just all willy nilly going slow, I be like, they ain't had it. It must not be that same woman that drove that EMS for me, cause she was flying, y'all. She had that thing on 2 wheels, and I laughed today every time I see an EMS going slow, cause I said, cause you got some people out here. I had another woman too was taking me from. I was finally coming. I was going home from the hospital back to the nursing home, because I had to got rushed up for that trait. And when I tell y'all, I know we can get up in a matter of a second. I asked that man. I said, honey, is that Richard Petty up there driving? Because she was flying. I mean, she was going. I mean, so you back in this stretcher, even though it's tied down, she hitting bumps, and I'm rocking like, Lord, let me just hold on. Hold on just a little while longer. Y'all, but that's all. Y'all know I found laughter anything. But y'all, have a good day. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video, and have a good day on purpose. She got the news, the stories. Come over here.